So if you want to just tell me your name and the reason that you're here.
Yeah, my name is Tracy Young. I unfortunately am a victim of restructuring, and so I've been unemployed since April. Okay. So I'm just looking for work.
My name is Ashwat Govardhan. I'm a help desk manager. I'm looking for a help desk manager or IT manager, incident manager, anything like that.
Okay.
Hi, my name is Natalie Nicholson. I am also victim restructuring. So I'm basically looking for opportunities as well.
Okay.
Hi, my name is Dave Kwan. Right now I'm looking for experience to kind of go back to school with and to have.
Okay, so you're still in school?
Yes.
And I'm James. I'm one of the other hosts of the workshop here. Yes, working just under Lisa's supervision as an internship.
Okay, and what's your end goal?
My goal is to just get more experience in the field of HR. It's actually one of the first internships I've done in terms of HR, so I'm excited to learn new things.
Okay, perfect.
My name is Benita, and just like James, also doing my internship with Lisa at the staff room. And my goal is to definitely have a career in HR and have a stable career in HR.
And Tiffany?
Hi, I'm Tiffany. I'm an intern with Toronto Women's Expo. My end goal is to gain more experience, especially in the field of marketing, and just grow as a
And
career
Tiffany's
because I'm
still
still
in
in
school
school.
as well.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. Just so I can get an idea of how to direct the conversation, Lisa wants to tell us about herself.
My name is Lisa and I own TSR, and what I want to get out of it is more business.
Okay, perfect. Perfect. Okay, so thank you, everybody. Thanks for being here. Is it okay if I do this forward a little? Do we have a white?
Yes, me
Yeah.
too.
Okay, thank you. So, what do you guys think networking is? What do you think it is? Anybody want to answer?
It's building your resources and your networking. It's kind of self-explanatory to me. You're networking to be able to build on the people that you either work with, you're friends with, in order to be able to branch off and actually find out if there's any type of opportunity out there for you.
Yep, that's one part of it. Anybody want to add
Well,
to
it's
that?
basically interacting with others outside of your family and friends to basically find where there are opportunities that can help you to be successful in whatever area you want to launch out into.
Absolutely. Anybody else want to add? Okay, so networking is, yes, going to the people that you know and letting them know what stage in your life you're at, what you're looking for, whether it's a job or whether it's somebody for your business or a new partner or anything that you're looking for. Definitely go to the people that you already know, for sure. Let them know, this is what I need, can you help me? Can you connect me to anybody? Can you think of anything? Give me some ideas? Definitely. But then also, you want to step out of that comfort zone, right?
Why?
I want to step out of it. So I want to network online and offline. I want to get to know as many people as humanly possible. And there's a process with that, right? When you go to your family and friends, it's easy. You can approach them and you can say, this is what I need, this is what I'm looking for, have any ideas, can you help me, right? And they're not necessarily looking for you to do something in exchange for them. That'll come back to them one day. They know that, right? But when you go out and meet strangers, and you want to do the same thing, because we want to broaden our options. So now we go out and we meet, whether it's online through LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook, wherever, or we go to an event like this one, and we meet people face to face. We take a little bit different approach to that. Now we're not so much me, but I want to know about you, right? And while I'm hearing about you, things start happening in my head. How can I connect with this person? What do we have in common? Who do they know? Maybe they're telling me things, and I'm catching on to what they're telling me, and it could connect me to a potential employer, right? So we You really have to be listening to what people are saying and be a really good listener. And then, while you're talking, the reciprocal will happen. If they're good networkers, they're going to reciprocate and want to know what you're all about. So, I'll write a few things down. So, if you approach people while you're networking and all you do is talk about yourself, what are you doing?
They're gonna shut down, right?
Yeah. I don't want anything to do with this person, right? And where are they running? They're running the other way. They don't want anything to do with you, right? So that's why we always want to be engaged with the other person. They may turn around and want to know all about you, and that's great, but you don't want to come across as pushy, desperate. It's all about me, because then nobody wants to know anything about you. So, definitely want to start building that reciprocal relationship. So, first, before we get into the shoulds and the should nots, where do we network? What do we do once we've exhausted our friends and family and our previous work associates? Then what do we do?
For me, social network sites, doing the LinkedIn, doing the Facebook, doing all those things.
Okay, so what do you mean by doing them?
Or reaching out, so you know what, you're posting your profile, whether it be your personality profile, your family profile, or whether it's your work profile, so you're posting profiles on these sites.
Okay, so you're opening accounts. And you're putting your profile up. So use LinkedIn, for example.
Yep.
I'll just use LI for short. How do you think you should post your profile on LinkedIn? In what format?
I'm just trying to think how I.
If you're looking for work, how do you think you should post your profile?
Actively.
Do you think you should just type information in? Or do you think it should be
I
in a
think they have, don't
particular?
they have like captions, like that you can actually, there's drop down things that you can put in there, like actively looking, or, you know what? I think they have stuff like that.
Yeah, they don't have that on LinkedIn, but what they do have is you can either just fill in your information, or you can fill it in a resume format. You can actually have your resume as your LinkedIn profile. Okay, you can have it set up that way, and LinkedIn actually has a format for that, okay? If you're looking for work. If you're not looking for work, then you're gonna give a whole wonderful description about you and your capabilities and what your company does and what you do within that company and all that wonderful stuff. But what happens when you post it as a resume on LinkedIn? LinkedIn actually recognizes that and picks it up. Just like Facebook recognizes things and Google recognizes things, LinkedIn recognizes this. And they will actually send out job suggestions, or people will pick up on this when they're searching. And, if they're using the job programs, this is an excellent format. So for those of you that are looking for work, definitely do it this way. I'm sure you have yours in the other format, right?
No, I think I have mine in the resume format.
Do you? Are you looking for work, or
Yes.
you are looking for work? Okay, I thought you meant that your company was looking
No.
for people. You are looking for work. Okay. Sorry about that. Okay, so definitely have it in the resume format, okay, on LinkedIn. And then what do you do on Facebook or Twitter? What do you think you should do?
Facebook or Twitter tends to actually create these different groups. So I want a group for nursing, or you can create those groups on Twitter, and they'll send you just posts or tweets for people that are that particular designation, so a nurse or whatever.
Okay, you can do a search.
Yeah,
You can search nurses or
Right.
nursing, or whatever it is you want to search. Type in your word, And then you'll get a whole whack of groups, and you can find ones that are in your local area, right? You don't wanna start, finding ones in Africa, right? So find ones that are in your group, and then you can start following them, right?
Mhm.
And then they'll recognize that you're following and that you're interested. They'll have a look at your Twitter account, if they're good on social media, they'll have a look, and they may follow you back. But you'll start seeing their feed coming through. So if somebody's posting jobs or posting something or looking for someone, you'll see that. You can post things as well. You can post on Twitter. You've got your, 140 characters, right? You can do at whoever if you want to make sure that they see it. Mention them, right? You can use hashtags if there's a hashtag for your industry. So nursing, for example, you can check the hashtags and see what you find, because you can do a search on hashtags as well, right? But remember, you only have 140 characters. You want the people to come back to you. They can direct message you, right? So you don't put an email address or phone number in there, okay? Because it's really going out to millions of people, right? So anybody can see that. So let them DM, just say DM. So this, you can post out there that you're looking for something. There's nothing wrong with it, right? Post out. Great nurse, looking for, great private company to work with. Maybe somebody will go, oh, I have an idea for you. Or what area are you in, looking in the Toronto area. As if you were putting like a little classified job posting in the newspaper. You can post it right there on Twitter. Okay, with Facebook, you're hitting your friends and family, or work associates, whoever's connected to you. But with Facebook, you can also post to them, ask them to share it with their list. If they share it on their timeline, then all their friends are going to see it, right? And it goes viral after that. Same like Twitter, Facebook can go viral too. Don't be afraid to ask, okay? So post, and of course, it's unlimited on Facebook. Not unlimited, but you get a whole lot more than 140 characters, right? Okay, so we're online. And you can use Google Plus and, also Pinterest if you have pictures. Pinterest is huge too. Okay, so this is all online. What happens when we want to get face-to-face? Because it's really what we want to do. I want to be face-to-face with you, because if I send you my resume, you're just another piece of paper in a pile. You don't mean anything. Okay, your resume might look good, might look better than the other guys, but really, how do I get noticed? So what are you going to do? You send out your resume. What should you do after that? It'll be a good networking thing to do.
You can possibly make a telephone call.
Absolutely.
And,
Telephone call?
yeah, you might get on to the beekeeper, like they call it, but sometimes you're able to get information as well from the person who can give you additional information in terms of who the decision maker is, and then you can take it from there, if you're able to get past that process.
You can also check your LinkedIn contacts, and if there's certain companies that you want to work with, you can start doing a search for people within those companies. If you don't have your own connection, if you do have your own connection, you can ask who would be the right person to speak to. Would you mind connecting me? It's always a better in when we can say, George thought that I should connect with you. Can we have a coffee? Right? How does George know who you are? If you sent him a resume, or you sent him an email, or even a quick phone call, he didn't have time to talk to you. So, can we have a coffee and chat? And then go and chat with them. And say, and obviously do research on their company. You want to know all about them. Find out about them. Let them get impressed by you and how well you have researched them, what you know about them, and then talk about what you can do and what you're looking before, and maybe they can suggest something or introduce you to the person within the company, who would be that hiring person. So, always wanna have a face-to-face. So that can be coffee. Where else can you get face-to-face? Anybody?
I guess you can go to the company, sometimes they say, come over to my office, we can talk in my office or in the meeting room or something, if you're too busy to go for coffee.
Yeah, but I'd still put that under the same category as coffee, like the intention is still there,
Okay.
right? You're still meeting with that person, so what are other options that you can do?
You mean like stuff like the
How
gym or
else to
something?
meet people?
Oh,
But
Yeah,
sometimes,
you meet people at the gym. What else?
I was just gonna say that too.
the gym?
Yeah.
At the gym? And any other organizations
Mhm.
that you belong to?
The associations that have
Yeah.
like, what do you call them, breakfast sessions, or you
Yeah.
can have like a guest speaker,
Mhm.
and a lot of the employees within that particular group's organization or sector attend those meetings, so it might be good to just ensure you're there.
So networking groups,
Mhm.
like lunch and learns.
And a lot of people
morning
are part of
breakfast.
networking groups depending on their nationality. And a friend of mine, I have a networking, she's Guyanese, so she had a Guyanese networking group, and so she does a lot of things with them.
Okay, so you wanna get online and you wanna search events.
Right.
Do a search on events. Go to the events. And don't just go to the events and stand in a corner by yourself. Seriously, right? It doesn't matter how shy you are.
And actually, there's a, I don't know if you guys know about this, there's a site called Meetups. You can actually meet up with different groups, and depending on your likes, dislikes, and stuff like that. But that meetup group actually is really good.
Yeah.
That's where I actually got connected with a lot of the French-speaking people that I know.
Meetup is amazing.
Mhm.
There's tons.
Mhm.
Tons online that you can do, but you wanna research events. Whether they're conferences, networking, trade shows, whatever, but don't just talk to vendors. Who else do you talk to?
No, you actually employees.
Do you talk to volunteers, for sure, employees? Who else? What are you when you attend an event?
Other attendees.
Attendees. Good. It's not just the vendors you wanna talk to. You wanna talk to everybody, right?
Mhm.
And if you're looking for a job, the more people you talk to, the better.
Mhm.
We left one really important one out. Where do you go? Job fairs. Job and career fairs. Right?
Mhm.
Okay, so now that we've sort of got an idea whether it's online or in person, what do you do? What do you do? What do you do when you go? First of all, who should you be?
Tracy going to, you don't dress in jeans, well, I personally wouldn't dress in jeans and stuff like that. You want to dress business-like, I would say.
You can be business casual, right?
Okay.
Which is okay, depending if it's a more formal function, then you'll dress appropriately, but typically they're business casual, right? And who do you wanna be? Do I wanna be, Lisa, because I think she acts more professional than me, and maybe she does something that I think I should be doing? Do I wanna do that?
Who would be yourself?
I wanna be myself, I wanna be my authentic self, right?
Mhm.
I wanna be real. But don't pretend or put on a facade and try to be somebody you're not. Be yourself.
Mhm.
People will see through you if you're full of it, right? They'll see right through you.
Definitely.
So, and then should you have a focus when you go in?
Definitely.
Yeah, we wanna know exactly what it is we're looking for, because we don't wanna waste our time. I'll get people who start talking for 30 minutes. We have no connection, no interest in each other, but I have to listen to this person ramble on, right? There's gotta be a focus to going, and make sure that you stick to your focus. You can be polite about it. Thank you very much. Maybe we'll exchange cards and we'll figure out, maybe have a coffee down the road and figure out, you know, if we can find a connection here. But let's network and meet more people, right? And see who else we can connect to. So, focus. And keep that at the forefront of your mind, okay? When you ask people questions, what kind of questions should you be asking?
If it was me, I would ask questions about them. I don't wanna talk about me, I wanna ask about questions about them and their motivation, what their goals and their aspirations, I guess.
So interest in the other person, and we want to ask open-ended questions. Why?
So you can have a conversation going.
Right.
Against yes or no. That's what you get.
Right. So if I say, do you like my shirt, is that an open-ended question?
No, it's not.
No, because you either say
Yes
yes
or no.
or no, right? I don't want to ask yes or no questions. I want to ask open-ended questions where it's going to be a
Tell me what you like about my shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you like about my shirt? Yeah. Do you think I should be wearing something else? Can you suggest something? You know, obviously you're not going to ask them about your shirt, right? Unless you really like your shirt. I like my shirt. Okay. You need to be able to articulate what it is you want to get across. So after you've listened to them and they've told you whatever they want to tell you, you need to be able to get your message across in a very short amount of time, right? They always talk about the 30-second pitch. If you're having a conversation with somebody, you should be able to get into a 30 or 60-second pitch, but I don't like the pitch work, right? It's more of a conversation and just giving them a quick overview of who you are and what it is you're looking for, right? That person may not be able to do it directly with you, but they may know somebody that they can connect you with, okay? So, be clear about your needs. 30 to 60 seconds, okay? And then you'll continue on a conversation, obviously, but at least you've quickly got it out there. What happens if that conversation ends and you move on and you didn't get it out, right? Now, you go into a room, you're by yourself. I see some individuals standing by themselves. I see some groups of people. What do?
Go and start a conversation.
Who are you gonna approach?
People that are alone.
They're the easiest.
No, you go to groups, it's better.
Well,
Because
individuals are good too.
Yeah, I mean, if you go to an individual, I find that, so most times what I've seen is that you're stuck there and the conversation continues just along that. You may have a 15-minute break, and that's the only person you're able to interact with during that break. I mean, if you're strategic enough, you can just, I mean, you recognize that, okay, that's not my focus, like you said.
Yeah.
I just leave them alone and I can go to an individual.
Yeah.
It's something, it depends on.
It's easier to approach somebody who's standing by themselves than it is with a group. If you see a group and they're all in a circle and there's no opening to that circle, it's very difficult to enter that circle. So if there's a whole bunch of people standing by themselves, then you might choose to go to those individuals instead of the little clique that's closed themselves off. Sometimes you have a group where they're an open semicircle, right? And you
Sit
can
right in the middle.
exactly. Going, hi, I'm so-and-so, and your name is, and I'd love to find out what you do, and usually they're open to that, especially if they have their open circle. If they've closed themselves, then if there's other people to approach, then I'd probably go and approach those first. Now, we've already talked about listening to others first, right? Listen first, talk later. But listen to what they're saying to you. Don't just let it go in one ear and out the other ear. You might be nervous, whatever, but really try to listen to what they're saying. And as they're talking, get your brain going and start thinking, who do I know? How can I help this person, right? Because the more you give, the more it will come back to you, okay? Much more will come back to you when you're the first to give. So always think about that. Be thinking when they're talking, what can I do, what can I do, what can I do, how can I help this person? Because the second you start throwing names out there, or events, or whatever it is you're connecting them with, that they're looking for, they're so keen to help you, okay, seriously. And we all know people. We all know people. So in one way or another, we can help each other, whether it's directly or indirectly, okay? So make sure you're really listening to the other person. And then thank them. Definitely thank them for their time. Thank them for talking to you. Tell them it was a pleasure. And then the last thing. Okay, so just 10 quick principles, I may not write them all down, is your elevator speech. Your 30 to 60 seconds. Make sure you have this in your head, what it is you want to say. Be different or differentiate yourself from the rest. So if you're in nursing, how are you different than other nurses? What is it that you do? And how can you get it across? How you're more personable, you care more, your service is different. You know, whatever puts you above and beyond, what's your niche? You know, your little niche. And find one. Help others, as I mentioned. Have integrity. Be real. Have integrity. Do it honestly. Relevant targeting. So if you're looking for nursing and you're going to events that have to do with IT, there's no relevance there whatsoever, right? Plan your networking. Plan it. Plan what you're going to do. Write it down. Have a plan, okay? Because you're more likely to follow your plan and succeed if you have one. If you don't, then you're kind of all over the place. Follow up. One of the most important things ever when you're networking is to follow up. Why?
It shows that they actually had interest in what you delivered or what they delivered. I mean, it shows that there's a sense of interest that you actually had with the interaction or whatever.
And nothing will get accomplished if you don't follow up. Or if you say, oh, they're going to call me. Should you just be handing out your business card to everybody? You should be collecting them. And write a note on them when you meet somebody so you remember when you leave exactly what it is you talked about or how you could help them or how they could help you. So when you call them or email them with a follow-up, you can reiterate that conversation. They will love you that you remembered something about them and 50 other people in the room that you might have spoken to, okay? Follow-up is the most important. Never wait for somebody else to approach you afterwards. You go after them, okay? Don't wait. Within 24 to 48 hours. Okay? After that, they forgot you. You're nothing anymore. Keep it fresh, okay? And the other really important thing to do is be positive.